everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using e.l.f. product. I would say that e.l.f. probably has the strongest presence in my collection as far as a variety of different products. For one, it's very affordable, and especially if you're ordering off of their website, they often have deals, so you just don't want to miss out, so you end up buying a lot more than what you maybe would have initially. And they also have a wide range of products, from brushes to complexion to blush to concealers and eyeshadows and eyebrow and even face products like skincare products and that sort of thing now. So that is why I have so much. That is why I decided to do this one brand tutorial today. To start things off, I am going to be using an eye cream that I have here just to moisturize under my eyes a little bit before we do anything else, and it's the Illuminating Eye Cream. Okay, next up, the only primer that I have by them is this Prep and Blur stick right here. It's just one of these type of stick ones. It's not a foundation or anything, it's just a primer. So I'm just gonna put that where I would normally put my blurring primers because I don't have any other primers down here, and we're just gonna go from there. Next up, we are going in with my favorite foundation that I have ever found for myself, and it is the Flawless Finish foundation. This is in the shade Sand. I'm just pumping a couple pumps on my hand there. This is what it looks like. It does have a pump. It's a little dirty right now, but it's well loved. I'm just going to be using this brush here. It is the powder blurring brush. I don't have a foundation brush, but this one has a nice shape to it, and it is fairly dense. Not super, but it should work fine to blend out this foundation here. That moisturizer feels like it has sunk into my skin enough, so I think I'm safe to put on my concealer. I do have one here, and it is the it just says e.l.f. in concealer. This is the shade Fair. I would like to say that foundation on its own did cover up this nice thing that I got going on my temple here pretty good too, so I don't feel like I need to cake it up with concealer at all. To blend that out, I am going to be using the Flawless Concealer brush. To set my under eyes, I have two different setting powders here. I have the e.l.f. Sheer Setting Powder, Under Eye Setting Powder, and then I have the e.l.f. They're all e.l.f. I don't know why I'm saying that. The Banana Deep Tone. It's also an under eye setting powder. I do usually reach for this one more often. I just find it has that little bit of color to it. It is yellow instead of translucent. So I do get just that little bit more coverage from it. But I do love these setting powders. These are what I use every day to set my under eyes. Okay. Next, to set my face, I have the e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder. It just comes in a compact like this. And then you don't get too much. Instead of giving you more product, they give you one of these sponges. So we're going to use this to set my face. I am going to use my powder brush that I have here. One thing I forgot to do in the beginning, I'm just going to do it now. Because it is getting drier out, I find my lips are getting dry, so I am going to be using this e.l.f. lip scrub. This is in the scent or flavor or shade Mint. Next, I am going to be doing my contour and my bronzer and that sort of thing, and I'm going to be using my contour palette here. It is a powder product, and it is well loved. It's almost done. I do have another one. To contour, I am going to be using this brush here. It is the contouring brush, and it's like this flat kind of pinched in brush. It gives you a really intense kind of contour because it is such a dense brush, and I usually just pat it down and kind of blend it out a bit. So to bronze up my face a bit, I am just going to be going in with this Ultimate Blending Brush here. And I'm going to use the bronzer, lighter shade that's in here. I do have a wide range of blushes from e.l.f. They do have these two 4-pan palettes, the light and the dark. This is the light. This is the dark for reference together. That's what they look like. I also have St. Lucia, which is like a peachy blush with a bronzer. And one of my favorite ones, which is Fiji, which is again a blush with a bronzer. And then I also have Tickle Pink, which is just a peachy blush here. I think I'm going to go in with, is this the light palette? Yeah. I am going to go in and I'm just going to use this shade right here on my cheeks. Just because that's what I felt like picking. And I'm just going to use my stipple brush from it because I'm running out of brushes because I wanted to use mostly e.l.f. as much as possible. I am going to go in and try and tone it down a bit. I do have this yellow, corrective yellow powder here. It doesn't really come off as yellow. I mean, it looks super bright. I don't know if you can tell on the puff or not how bright that yellow is. But it doesn't come off that bright on the skin. But I'm just going to take a little bit on this big, what is this, a kabuki? I don't know. It's kind of a fun brush. It's very dusty from sitting on my thing. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to try and buff this out a little bit. And then I'm going to put some of that powder on and try and buff it out a little bit too. Because I think I went overboard. Oh, that's helping just a little bit right there. For highlights, I do have two, actually I have a third one. I left it upstairs. And it's the prettiest one out of all of them. Oh well, for blushes I have 3 of them. I have down here Moonlit Pearls, I have Blush Gems, and then I have Sunlit, Sunrise. It's in the newer packaging. It's kind of in the newer packaging like this, but with the compact, not a loose one. Instead of like the clear lids on it. But because this is what I brought down, I am going to go in with, I think I'm going to do, what's this one here? The lighter one, Moonlit Pearl. This is the liquid highlighter brush. It's just a little thing that I have here. I'm just going to use this one and hope for the best. Next up, I'm going to be doing brows, and for that I do have 3 different brow products that they carry. I have their pencil brush, which is actually quite nice. I do enjoy this one. It's a little bit, I do prefer the Essence one just a tad more than this one, just the wear of it, but this one is nice because it does have, it's a wooden one, but it does have the sharpener right on the lid. Good packaging on their part for that. And then I have the e.l.f. brow pencil, and this is in the shade, which one did I grab? I've had a couple. Oh, this is in the shade Taupe, and it's almost gone. This one's almost gone, so I probably won't be using this one. This is a thicker pencil compared to these ones that I have here, which are the Ultra Precise brow pencils, which are your typical micro pencils that you can get. Both this one and the white pencil here do have, nope, this end, both have spoolies on them, which makes it convenient as well. Because that other one, a lot of times I'll go in with both of these, this to just fill in my brows, and this one to kind of shape and do the front. But because this is almost out, I'm just going to go in with these. I do have 2 colors here, neutral brown and taupe. So, which one? I'm only going to use one. I'm just going to go in with the neutral brown. What do we have left? Eyes, of course. For eyes, I do have 2 different primers here. I have the e.l.f. just eye primer, and I think it's in the shade Sheer. Yes, in the shade Sheer. I'm not sure if they have colored ones at all. And then I have this one. It is the e.l.f. liner and primer and liner. And on one side you have what they call a sealer, so you can turn like eyeshadows and stuff into a liner. It's got a special kind of wet gel kind of consistency to it to put, like I said, turn your shadows into a liner if you want. And then this side is just like a stick concealer. You do get more coverage from this because it does have color to it. Not that you can tell on the back of my hand. I'm just gonna go with this one. I was really surprised when I was going through my collection because out of all of the collection that I have for e.l.f. and for me as a palette, like an eyeshadow palette junkie, this is the only eyeshadows that I have from e.l.f. I have this trio here that I got for free, like a gift with order, and I have this kind of cream champagne shadow in this, which is covered in dirty e.l.f. matte kind of brown cream shadow. That's all I have. So we aren't doing much with the eyes today. I'm going to use the colors in here, and I'm going to make it simple. I have two mattes, one on each end, and a shimmer shade in the middle. So I'm going to put this in my crease and as a transition, and I'm going to use this to deepen up my outer corner. I'm going to use this on my lid, and then I'm going to like add some sparkle with this and see how it goes. I'm going to take that dark shadow here, and I'm just going to run that under my lower lash line. There, eyeshadow is done. You asked me what I think is the best brand for a one brand type of thing. If you could only pick one brand to purchase everything from, what would you pick? I would not pick e.l.f. for the simple fact that their mascaras suck. Even their waterproof mascaras aren't waterproof for me. I don't get much out of any of their mascaras. There's nothing special to them for me. I don't really get volume and length and all that kind of stuff that I'm looking for without it even being waterproof. I do have this volumizing and defining mascara, which I think I got free with a purchase one time, so I've never used it, but I do have it. Okay. A little goopy, not too bad. A little bit wet. This is what it looks like, the bristles. It's a natural bristle wand. They are spaced out. As I get it on my hand, they are spaced out pretty far, so I'm not sure. I think it might be, I don't think we're going to get a lot of volume out of it. I find when the bristles are more densely packed together on a wand like this, that's when I get the most volume, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. And it's not waterproof, so fingers crossed my eyes don't run. Okay, for lips I do have several options. I'm just going to go in with the touch of blush because that's what I'm choosing. There we go. My lips are done. I do have one last item to add. I do not like using it on my face, but for you and for this video, I will use the setting spray on my face. This is just their regular makeup mist and set with aloe, green tea, cucumber, vitamins A, C, and E. I find this one a little bit too, what's the word? Radiant looking for my skin. I always feel like it makes me look a little oily not too long after I've used it. I do enjoy this for my brushes when I want to kind of foil my shadows and that sort of thing. This is usually what I use. So for the purpose of this, I will use it on my face though. Oh no, I did my mascara. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get it on my eyes. So okay, don't make a mess with the mascara. It's not waterproof. And this is what a full face of e.l.f. makeup looks like. I really do like the brand. The only thing that I really don't like is their mascaras. Other than that, even the eyeshadows I liked, even though I only have that little quad. So I would say across the board, it is a fantastic brand. They can improve on their shade range, I know. But if you can find a shade that works for you, I really do recommend it. I really do like their foundation. They have a few different lines out that have different that might cater to you, whether you have acne or you're looking for something that's less coverage and that sort of thing. So depending on your needs, I would check them out and see what they have, see if there's something that you would be interested in. It definitely isn't a big investment in your money to try some of the things out compared to other brands. But yeah, I highly recommend the brand. I know not everyone enjoys it as much as I do, but I do like them. I think that they are they're doing pretty good to keep their prices fairly low in a market where you're seeing a lot of those drugstore and affordable prices going up and up. You're looking at Maybelline and Revlon and L'Oreal, and here in Canada for L'Oreal and Revlon, you're looking at over 20 bucks for one of their foundations, whereas the one that I have, I think it's $9 most places, but Shoppers Drug Mart has it for $8. So there you go. Let me know in the comments what you think of e.l.f. makeup. Have you used it before? What are your favorite products? Or is it a brand that you don't support, you don't use, you don't enjoy? I would like to know your thoughts. Again, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.